Hey loves, I hope you're having a fantastic day today. I hope if you're in the US, you had a fantastic holiday weekend. That's just why I didn't post a video yesterday, but we're still going to dive into it. Today is actually day 12 of our 21 days of love, 12, 21, perfectly reversed. Maybe it's a perfect alignment for today, but I'm going to let you guys into one of the best, easiest things to do when it comes to manifesting, because obviously we're already at day 12. So we want to get you into manifesting your specific person. And it's kind of the idea of the letting go of the past. And always remember, I always like to imagine states or the feelings of being with our specific person almost as like your mind is a museum, okay? And you have things and states you can put up on a pedestal, right? So you can either put that totem of feeling single up there, or you can put the totem of being in a relationship up there. But either way, you can only hold one state at a given time. So remember, if we are trying to get into the feeling of being in the perfect relationship, we can't also at the same time hold this feeling or this idea of being single, okay? We have to pick one or the other. And that's why I like to imagine that totem idea, where it's like one totem, this is the water bottle, the totem, you have one on there, and then to take it off, you have to take this off and put on the totem of being in a relationship, if you guys are visual learners. But one of the easiest ways to do this is actually to get into a natural and habitual state, or I'm also going to talk about certain affirmations we can do to actually do this. So the habitual state we'll talk about first. And that's kind of like a schedule, like getting into a habitual feeling, as Neville Goddard would say, the frequency at which we're entering into the state is going to be the most important factor when it comes to manifesting. And frequency doesn't mean tune or audio, it's the amount of times that we actually go into it. So the feeling, the amount of times and frequency at which we enter into the state is going to be the most important. And the funny thing is, I was just practicing guitar, but think about the idea of learning an instrument, and we'll really get into this concept of frequency and how it is important. Imagine if you were to practice an instrument, any sort of hobby, sport, foreign language, whatever it is. Imagine if you were to practice it one day at the first of every month for a year. Okay, let's say we did that. How would you feel at the end of the year? And you would say, well, since I was only practicing it once a month, I wouldn't feel very much in that end state. And this is sometimes what we do when we're manifesting a specific person, right? We get into it once a month or once every couple weeks or whatever. We like really get into that feeling. And then we're wondering why we're not making as quick of progress. But if at the end of the year, let's say you were learning how to play the piano, and this is going to describe why frequency is important. At the end of the year, if I asked you, are you a piano player or pianist, whatever you want to say, you would say, well, I don't really feel like a pianist, but I do play piano sometimes. And that's what we respond when it comes to our specific person manifestation. We say, I feel like I'm kind of with them, but I don't feel fully into that end state. But if instead, and let's again do the frequency idea, so the amount of times at which you're doing it, not time is irrelevant. Let's say you were to practice the piano for 1 week straight, every single day for an hour. At the end of the week, if I asked you that same statement, when I say, are you a piano player? You would say, yes, I practice piano every single day. And so think of the feeling again that you would have at the end of a year practicing once a month, and then how you'd feel at the end of a week practicing once a day. And remember, we technically did less and got further into the state, because if you practice every day for a week, if you get your mindset into the end, like really have that conviction, try really hard to put yourself in that end state, after a week, you're going to feel in the wish fulfilled and you're going to see results. But if instead we do it every now and then, it's going to take a lot more time, because think about at the end of the year, we did it 12 times. We did it almost double the amount of times we did it in a week. And yet after the week, we feel so much greater and more in that end state. And that's actually something that I think is so important when it comes to manifesting, because we don't think about it. Like honestly, truly, if I were to ask you, when's the last time you felt in the state, right? Felt as if you already have it. And most of us, I'm guilty of this as well. I feel like I'm like, oh, sometimes I'm manifesting. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to get this. And then when I ask myself that, I'm like, oh, I actually haven't totally been doing it. Like it feels like I thought I was, right? Fully. I thought I was doing it. But if I really ask myself about that feeling, I search for that feeling within, I can't find it. So that's something to think about. And then even think, no matter who you are, where you're at, we may sometimes have this happen to us, but it's completely okay. The trick is frequency, so the amount of times in a period that you feel as if you already have what you want. That's what we're going for. Again, frequency as an amount of times, not frequency as in like energy. Unless you want to match that frequency of your end state, I would love that to get into the mindset of that as well. But second, so think about that. And really, I want you to honestly, like fully on God, when's the last time you actually felt in the end state as if you already have it? Or in the past week, how many times? Or in the past month, how many times? And then relate it to another manifestation which you had. How often did you feel in that way? And sometimes it doesn't have to be some extravagant, crazy feeling. Feeling in the end or feeling as if you already have it is kind of like a contentment too. Like you've seen, sometimes we manifest something and it feels like we didn't do anything, right? We just thought it and then that's what happened. And then it just came into us. But really we're in this contentment as if it's already done. But I would say if you really want to get into that feeling in the quickest way possible, that power within, that like really intense passion, desire, uplifting attitude, feeling, positivity. If you can find yourself in that daily, whether it's journaling, affirmations, visualizations, whatever it is, I would say do it. Take your time to do it. Because really, the only person we have to kind of like, I don't want to say blame for our reality not showing what we want, but it is us, because we are the creators of our reality. So everything is a reflection and a mirror of you. So never, ever forget that. And then I wanted to also talk about a affirmation technique that we could do, because I'm trying to remember that last affirmation technique I mentioned. Oh yeah, the wouldn't it be nice technique. It's kind of like that. And if you guys didn't check that out, that's day 4. Day 4, if you haven't, this is like your first video you're seeing of the 21 Days Love, check out day 4 for another technique kind of like this. And it's one I really, really like to use. And it's, instead of wouldn't it be nice? Because someone was like, well, wouldn't it be nice if this happens? Doesn't feel like I already have it. And that's kind of the wouldn't it be nice technique, like saying my specific person has to text me. Saying that wouldn't it be nice if they did text me is a way to release the pressure of it. But if you want to go a step further, choose or use the I remember when technique. So whatever it is that you want, say, I remember when me and my specific person got together. I remember when me and my specific person got married. And that's like a really, really easy way. It puts, just me thinking about you guys using this makes me think of all the awesome possibilities that you guys are going to have in your imagination. But the I remember when, so I remember when, fill in the blank with your attitude, affirmation, realization. I'm just saying random words now. Fill in the blank with whatever it is that you want. I remember when me and my specific person texted me today. I remember when they asked me out on a date. It could be literally anything you want. Don't judge your desire, just live it. And you're going to find it actually puts you way further, way closer to your end state than you ever could. Because when you remember, when you have this, because now I'm getting ahead of myself. Think about a memory you have with your specific person. If there are someone that you know of, it's kind of really easy to come to you, right? But sometimes I've found people mention this of, oh my gosh, a memory is really easy to come to me, but a future idea or imagined scenario is really hard to do. So then make your future imagined scenario memory, right? It's like, it's really easy as that. And so this is going to help with us getting rid of and letting go of those old patterns. So one, again, remember, what we habitually do and the frequency at which we enter the state is so, so important. And then also the I remember when, so make it even easier, basically upping that frequency at which we're entering into it. And really quick side note. So hopefully you guys like all those ideas today. And really quick side note, I was actually thinking about going live on YouTube to do my videos, like to just do these live. I don't know if you guys would like that. wouldn't like it, because sometimes sometimes it seems fun to like, oh, this time every day I'm going to hang out with you guys and we're just going to talk about an idea on the 21 days of love up until that, and then we'll go live and that'll be the video for the day. So let me know what you guys think about that, and also let me know in the comments any ideas or questions you have on this topic or this idea. But hopefully if you guys got successes, leave them down there too, because already you guys are posting some successes that I absolutely love. So definitely post that down below. Remember, also, if you wanted to send me a personal question, you can always reach out to me on my website, which is kyleaugustcoaching.com. I'll put it right here, where you can send me a personal question, or you can reach out for one-on-one coaching if you wanted to work a little closer together on that. Also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up on this video, and then don't forget to subscribe as well, because I don't want you to miss any of these videos, but it's totally up to you. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. I hope you had a great weekend. Have a great week. I'm going to see you tomorrow, okay? But have a great rest of your day.